Creating BIOS. I'm just going to put 8 gigabyte of RAM and connecting host only. Okay, so this lab is created. I'm just going to connect ISO image so we can put this thing on installation. Okay, I'm just going to put on installation. In meanwhile, it's just the server is getting installed. We are just going to create a new virtual machine for server B. Server A and VM lab server B. Putting HCP. Okay, so this P is creator. We are attaching server. Okay, powering on. So meanwhile that server is getting booted up, we just configure this one. So we are putting Australia, so it will help us to make us things right. Okay, we're just following this to installing a new iOS. So now it's copying the images. Meanwhile, we are going to configure server B. So both are getting installed. Here I'm going to select desktop experience and select the term and condition, selecting hard drive, and now it's getting installed. Okay, so I'm just going to we have to wait till it's just going to get installed. Okay, and okay, so server A is getting ready. So we are going to put password here. So on the server A, we are going to install the Active Directory. Okay, so first of all, we have to check the time. Is this right? There's no problem with the time, and then we are going to configure the IP addresses. Okay, so we have to check. So we are using 192.168.0.1. Okay, and same I'm going to use DNS 192.168.0.1. Okay, all right. So this is our IP is fixed now. DNS is fixed, IP is fixed. Now we have to change the computer name. So our computer name should be Servera. Okay, done. Okay, now restart in this one. Meanwhile, we are going to configure server B. So same way we are going to check the time and date. Is this right? And now we are going to change IP address, and then we are going to change the name of the computer. To DNS, we are going to put the same 680.1, and we're going to shut down this. Okay, all right. So now we are going to do the last thing, changing the name of the computer server. So you're putting server B. Okay, and then it will going to take restart, close, and restart. And now if I go on server A, it's ready to log in again. Okay, so now we are going to install Active Directory on this. I'm going to promote this server to the yes, okay, Active Directory, domain services, add, and we are going to put a DNS as well. Okay, so it sometime take time. So is server B is okay to join the adatum.com. So once we are going to configure that Active Directory, we will going to it's sometime take time to install Active Directory and DNS. So it's installed successfully. Okay, so we are going to see here. So we need to promote this domain to adatum.com. So here we are going to put password. It still is installing. password here. Okay. Okay, so it's done. Close. And you're going to promote this domain controller. Okay, it's just restarting. So Active Directory is installed. Okay, so here we are going to log in. So server A is on Active Directory. Sometime it take time, but eventually it just goes all right. So now you are on Active Directory and local Active Directory name is this, and Ethernet address, VIP address, or IPv4 address is right. Okay, done. DNS. DNS is done. All right. So now we are going to put server B on the Active Directory. So for that, and one other thing, you can check the connectivity part of it. So you can click on CMD ping 192.168 dot 0.2. Oh, it just hanged. 2. It means firewall is blocking this. And if I come on server B and try to ping server A. Yeah, this is right. It's pinging back, but server A is not pinged to server B. So we have to make sure server B's firewall is disabled, or you can just create some sort of rules for exception rules for ping. To make it easy, I'm just going to turn off the server firewall. Now it's pinging. Okay, so now I'm going to add okay add this server machine to Active Directory. Anatom.com. Yeah, you're welcome to the domain controller. It will take restart, and then this machine will be the part of Active Directory. Okay, so this is uh, the lab setup for two servers, server A and server B, and where on the server A we have installed Active Directory and DNS, and we configured a local domain controller at atom.com, and we have put a DNS server on the server A, and we keep the same IP address which has server A and DNS, which is 192.168.0.1, and then we have installed a server B, and we give server B a static IP address 192.168.0.2, and we try to communicate, we try to test that the communication in between server A and server B with the ping command. So when we try to ping server A to server B is pinging, server B to server A is pinging, and sometime when we do ping, uh, sometime when we ping with each other, firewall need to be disabled sometime. And if you wanted to create a more secure environment, then you must create firewall rules. If you are not able to turn off firewall completely, so that is the basic setup for our further labs. So now it's a part of atom.com. Domain controller is on. All good.